Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 2 of season 2 for Derek's Travel Chats for June 17th, 2021. My name is Derek Windsor. I'm your host and the owner of E&B Travel Service here in St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador, Canada. As we head into our new season, we are looking forward to bringing you some more, and exciting destinations in this season. And in season 1, anyone who's been following, we had over 40 episodes that included cruising, both on the river and on the high seas, guided vacations, special destinations such as UK, Malaysia, Thailand, Jamaica, so on. And we've talked to industry leaders and employees of those industries from all over the world. Also, this time last year, we were all anticipating reopening in the fall. However, as we all know, the fall brought us the second wave of the virus. And then in the spring, we saw the third wave. But during that time, we also saw the beginning and the rollout of the vaccinations, which was a good thing. Now, while the rollout has been slower than anticipated, we can now see the end of the tunnel. Excuse me for my throat. And in many countries, they are approaching the 65% vaccination, like same here in Canada, and with at least one vaccination. And I know here in Canada, we are hoping to be up to the 40% with 2 vaccinations. So that has allowed our provincial borders to begin to open for domestic travel within Canada starting July 1st. And with maybe some restrictions in some provinces, but if you're vaccinated or if you had one vaccination, you could come into, I know, Newfoundland. If you're fully vaccinated with no testing and no quarantine, if you're had one vaccination, you will be able to come in, be tested, maybe quarantine for a day or so, and then once you have a negative, then you would be able to continue your travels. It's really time to start looking ahead, getting your place, because demand is going to be so great. There's so much pent-up demand out there right now. Getting a space, we know it's going to be very difficult once all of those borders really, really open up. If you want to find out more information about any of the previous shows, I invite you to stop by my website. And just go to embtravelservice.ca, and all of the videos are on there. Or you can subscribe to my YouTube channel at Derek's Travel Chat, and you can see them all there. And if you subscribe, then you'll get notification when there's an upcoming show, a new video, or some introduction of another video that would be talk about travel. The show today, we're going to get into big ship cruising again. And our speaker today will be, as part of probably the newest cruise line to hit the oceans. And I'll bring on our guest for today. I did have his name up earlier. John DeOrio. I got that right, did I, John?
You did, Derek. Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm very good, and we're just all trying to get back to normal here. And I know
Yes,
you're down in sunny Florida, I think.
I am. This is why I get this nice glow and tan. I hear you've had some weather challenges over the past week.
Yeah, last week we had a 30-degree Celsius day, and then we went to a 0 degree with 5 centimeters of snow on the last Thursday during our show on the 10th of June. So yeah, it was a bit of a roller coaster of weather last week. So,
Well, I'm,
but
I'm, I'm
we're
very
getting
honored to be here.
yeah, we're getting warmer temperatures. I got my potatoes all set, so there we go. We got food for the winter next year.
There you go. There you go.
So, John, as I said, Virgin Voyages, I guess, is probably the newest player on the open seas. And how have you been dealing with trying to get back into this wonderful business of travel?
Well, look, Virgin Voyages has been around, believe it or not, for almost 7, 8 years now. There's all the planning involved to launching a brand new cruise line. So, as you can imagine, we were getting very close last year. We were about 21 days away from our first sailing in March of 2020. And then obviously we know what's happened since then. But we couldn't be happier as we get closer to sailing. We're building 4 brand new ships. We've already taken delivery of one. And the anticipation is just building. You talked about the pent-up demand. We are feeling it. And we're very, very excited to begin launching here in a few months. And I'll walk through all those details here in a second.
All right. And now Virgin Voyages, they're part of the Virgin brand, and
Correct.
which includes like airlines and some other things that I know I've heard of Virgin Space. So
Yep.
there's all kinds of different things under that Virgin name, right?
Yeah, Virgin Voyages is part of that Virgin group, and obviously with us tackling the cruise industry, also here in North America, we've got Virgin Hotels now coming, Chicago and Las Vegas, Dallas, Nashville, New Orleans is opening up soon. And of course, Virgin Atlantic Airways. Obviously, the Richard Branson has done an amazing job with all of these great brands. And we're very, very excited to just be part of that portfolio of tourism and hospitality. And yes, even Virgin Galactic, based out of New Mexico, is getting ready to get people into space. So a lot of exciting things with Virgin Group and specifically Virgin Voyages.
Sounds great. With regard to the pandemic and I guess some of the cruise organizations or cruise companies, cruise was, I guess, as a part of the travel industry, cruising was kind of hit the hardest and given the highest public scrutiny because of a couple of where some ships weren't allowed to dock, and there was a thought that the virus was spreading faster on cruise ships. So is there anything in the as you look at reopening, some people are looking at virus passports or COVID passports and that kind of thing. Is Virgin looking at anything in that regard as far as being able to go on board?
Yeah. So, obviously it's an ever evolving situation with how the industry is going to get back to sailing safely. We made a few months ago, I think we were one of the first lines to actually come out and say, we are going to require all of our sailors, which is what we affectionately refer to as our clients, to be 100% vaccinated to sail with us when we launch. The same goes with our crew. Now, a lot of the details of what happens if you're going out 100% vaccinated, what does that mean when you're on board? What does that mean for protocols? That is all still being worked on, and we're working very closely with the CDC to really get those details ironed out as we get closer to sailing. But we will start sailing, and everybody on board our ship, our crew and our sailors, will be required to be 100% vaccinated.
Well, that sounds great. Because when it comes to whatever people are going to do, I mean, peace of mind is is 90% of being able to take that vacation. If you don't have peace of mind of where you're going and when, you know, you'll never have a good relaxing vacation. So
very true, very true. And it's a look, it's an ever evolving thing. We know it's a hot discussion topic as well, but you know, to get the industry back and to launch, you got to keep in mind, we're not just starting to sail again. We are launching a brand. We get one opportunity to do this. And so our moment's coming, and we want to make sure everything goes very smoothly.
Great. So now I know you have a presentation.
Sure.
To walk us through some of, you know, the new brand and the new ships and what people can expect when they go on board.
Yeah. Let me slide it over here. You guys, you can see that okay, Derek?
I'll get that. There we go. Ahoy.
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 So obviously, again, Derek, we thank you for the opportunity to be able to talk about this brand and all the exciting things coming with Virgin Voyages. And I really, like I said, we're building 4 brand new ships. We took delivery of our first ship last February in 2020. I'm just going to show you some quick slides on what we're doing, what some of those onboard spaces look like. But I want to start first and foremost. We will begin sailing August 6th out of the UK. Our beautiful Scarlet Lady has been in Genoa, Italy since last summer. And about 2 months ago, we decided while she was over there and as the UK market was opening, we decided to start a month of sailings out of the UK for just UK customers. So we're going to start seeing real people doing real things on our lovely ships here in less than 2 months. So we're really, really excited for that. We're getting the crew on board and everything is moving along very nicely. But as it comes to North America, we'll then bring Scarlet Lady to Miami. That is going to be her home port. She will start her first sailing September 22nd. As I mentioned, we're building 4 ships. Valiant Lady, our second ship, we're going to actually take delivery of her in July of this year, and her first sailing is scheduled for November of this year out of Miami as well. And I'll talk about where the different ships are going here in a minute. Our third ship will actually take delivery of July of 2022, and she's going to be based in Athens for the summer. And like I said, our fourth ship, we've already started cutting the steel and getting that going. So a lot of great things happening at Virgin Voyages. We're also building a brand new terminal down at Port Miami, where both Scarlet and Valiant Lady will be based. This is at the upper northwest corner of the port in Port Miami, and this is actually going to be one of the most beautiful terminals in the world. We are so excited to bring all of our sailors and all of our partners here to see this beautiful terminal, and we look forward to welcoming everybody later this year. Now, one of the things I really wanted to talk about, Derek, is what does it mean to set sail the Virgin Way? And this is really trying to explain what is that experience going to be like when you sail with Virgin Voyages. We didn't set out to build just another cruise line. We wanted to create an incredible voyage that really was going to change the industry. And the most important thing I want your guests to understand is that we are an adult-only cruise line. We call that adult by design. No kids are allowed on board our ship. You have to be at least 18 years or older to sail with us. And that's really, really important because that's why people are booking us today. And obviously it's built for adults. Everything we did was built with the adult in mind. And it's really been a fantastic part of that journey of really catering to adults. And it really resonates well. We talk about the design of our ships. We call that boutique glamour. And what we mean by that is we hired 7 different designers to really create different onboard spaces. We like to say we've kind of taken the glamour of a boutique hotel and put it on the ocean. And we just kind of blend in that unmistakable Virgin style and service. And it really resonates as you kind of go throughout the ships. We think of relaxed luxe, and what we mean by this is that we want you to enjoy your holiday at sea on your terms. We don't do stuffiness, we don't do formal dinners and things like that. It's about you having the best vacation of your life, and that's what we mean by relaxed luxury. We don't have a lot of rules around when you can eat and not eat and all those types of things. Come as you are and have an amazing vacation at sea. And then lastly, ordinary to extraordinary. And what we mean by that is, like I said earlier, we didn't set out to build another cruise line. We created an epic voyage. And we do that by doing things a little differently. It's doing it the Virgin way. And we do that with having later stays in port, some incredible entertainment that you've never seen before, specifically designed for Virgin Voyages. And then it's really about including all the extras that you need to have on your voyage fare so that you don't feel like you're getting nickel and dimed as you sail. And what's important to know, when you sail with us, we have all of this value included in your voyage fare. There are over 20 plus eateries on board our ship. We don't have buffets. We don't have set dining times. All of that food is included. There's no upcharge to dine anywhere. All the tips are included. We think Wi-Fi is a basic human right. Everybody gets unlimited Wi-Fi. The entertainment, fitness and wellness is really a big part of that vibe on board our ships. And all the group workouts are included. And then all of your basic beverages, your sodas, waters, coffees, and teas, and non-pressed juices, all included in your voyage fare. $600 in value per person by including more in that voyage fare. Now, Derek, as you can see here, this is the lovely Scarlet Lady, and I like showing people what the ship looks like and a little bit of the stats around the ships itself. As I mentioned, we're building 4 ships. They're all identical in size. At maximum capacity, it holds 2,770 sailors, 1,150 crew. She's got 1,408 cabins and suites. She weighs about 110,000 tonnage, and that's important to note. It's a mid-size ship. And you'll see the advantages of that with the different itineraries. And we also like to joke and say she's about 155 Richard Bransons long. Again, all 4 ships identical built. We usually get chuckles there too, so thank you for that. But yeah, that's the size of the ship. That's what she looks like, and we can't wait to get her on the ocean.
This is mostly balcony.
Yes, yeah. About 86% of our cabins have what we call a sea terrace, a terrace balcony. Over 93% have a view of the ocean. So I'll show you some great images here in a second.
Okay.
Our home port is Miami for Scarlet Lady and Valiant Lady. You can see some of the places we're going here. Scarlet Lady has 3 different 5-night itineraries and 1 4-night. This is our Mayan Soul that goes to Costa Maya. We've got our Riviera Maya sailing that goes to Cozumel. And when I talk about those late night stays, you're in Cozumel until midnight. You really get to enjoy the time in these different ports. Dominican Days goes to Puerto Plata. We have our 4-night that goes to Key West. Valiant Lady, which is our 2nd ship. So you got Scarlet doing 4 and 5-night sailings out of Miami. Then you'll have Valiant Lady doing 6 and 8-night sailings. This is our Western Caribbean Charm that goes to Roatan and Costa Maya. And then this Eastern Caribbean Antilles that does Puerto Plata, San Juan, St. Croix. A beautiful, beautiful itinerary. And then, of course, at some point, we'll bring Valiant Lady back to the Med, and we'll talk about that. We have this great 14-night transatlantic. But one of the things I really wanted to show you is our Virgin Voyages Beach Club. On all of the itineraries for Scarlet and Valiant Lady, we stop in Bimini in the Bahamas, and we have built the most beautiful beach club you will find in the world. This is the Virgin Voyages Beach Club. We dock in Bimini. We get there around 9 in the morning. And if you're on any of our itineraries, you're there till 10 p.m. at night. Or if you're on our 4-night itinerary, we actually stay until midnight. So this is really going to be an amazing part of your experience when you sail with Virgin. Now, when Valiant Lady's done, Derek, we're going to take her to Barcelona, where that will be her home port. We've got 3 beautiful itineraries, all based out of Barcelona. This is our French Days and Ibiza Nights. It has an overnight in Monte Carlo and Ibiza. The Spanish Obsession that stays in Malaga and Ibiza. And then the Irresistible Med, which has an overnight in Ibiza. These are just absolutely an amazing way to see some great destinations in the Med. And about 2 months ago, we announced our third ship, Resilient Lady. She is going to spend her summers in August of 2022, starting with 2 different sailings out of Athens, Greece. This is our Greek island glow. I mean, look at this itinerary. You got an overnight in Mykonos, almost a day and a half in Mykonos. And we have this great Adriatic Sea and Greek Gems itinerary that has an overnight in Dubrovnik. And what I didn't even have time to add in here, we also just announced yesterday, when Resilient Lady is done in Greece, we will then bring her over for her winter season, which is November 2022 to April 2023. She will be doing 2 7-night itineraries out of San Juan, Puerto Rico, and they are absolutely stunning itineraries.
Because of their size,
Correct.
Does that change the some of the ports that you go into compared to larger ships?
Yeah, and that was really our goal. We really wanted to find some unique destinations, and with those destinations, can we stay a little bit longer, so that as you get off the ship, you can actually explore that destination and not feel like you have to get back at 4 o'clock or 3:30. It really allows you to kind of take a deep dive into these beautiful ports, and that's really based on the size of our ship.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to just show some quick images of our sea terrace cabins. This is the majority of all of our cabins that have our balconies. There's 1,130 of them. They range from 225 to 265 square feet. Beautifully designed, very modern. You can see very spacious bathrooms. And of course, this is our terrace. This is our balcony. What you don't see here, there's actually 2 chairs out here on the balcony, but then you see this beautiful red hammock. These have been handmade by a group of women out of Thailand. These are only on our sea terrace cabins, and which again makes this an adult-only experience, that you can have this, sit on that hammock, and really soak in that ocean air.
I was going to ask, does the hammock swing out over the water?
No, it does not. Yeah, no, it's meant just to kind of get that nice, chilled, relaxing kind of lounge mode right out there. And we've seen our crews kind of enjoy those over the past few months, and they look incredible. But we just don't have beautiful cabins in our sea terrace. We also have these amazing suites. We have 78 of them on board our ships. 63 we call Rockstar Quarters, 15 are Mega Rockstar Quarters, and you get some amazing perks. If you're in any of our suites, we have a private lounge called Richard's Rooftop that's exclusively for our suite guests. When you're in our Rockstar Quarters, we'll stock your bar the first round. You get some early priority access, and you get a group of dedicated folks on board our ship to take care of you. And then for those that really want to step it up, we've got 15 Mega Rockstar Quarters. These are 15. They're on deck 15, all at the front of the ship. This is actually our massive suite. We have 2 of these, and it's 2,147 square feet. Yes, those are real guitars that you can play. They kind of get that rock star feeling when you're in your suite. When you're in those 15 suites, you get premium Wi-Fi. All of your drinks are included, not only in your suite, but actually on the ship as well. Some private transfers, and you get a dedicated person to take care of you. And then this is what that Richard's Rooftop looks like, that dedicated lounge just for our suite guests.
Okay. Always about the food.
Now, this is the best part. As I mentioned, 20 eateries, all included in your voyage fare. No buffets. Everything's made fresh to order. No big dining halls. Our main 6 restaurants only hold about 220 sailors. I just want to run through some of these quickly. This is the Wake, our steak and seafood restaurant. And these 6 that I'm showing you all have bars inside the restaurant as well. So you really can have that unique experience. If you have a reservation, great. If you don't, there might be a wait. Go sit at the bar, have a cocktail, and then we'll come get you when the time is ready. We have Razzle Dazzle. This is a vegetarian and vegan forward restaurant, but it also has some great dishes as well if you're not vegan and vegetarian, but there's really emphasis on those that like really good vegetarian and vegan dishes. We have Test Kitchen, which is more that cooking laboratory, And during the day we have cooking classes. Then at night you get this menu. You can see it there on the front of the chair, about 5 or 6 ingredients. And then it's up to the chef to just surprise and delight you with these amazing, amazing dinners. So really fun. Junbae is the very first Korean barbecue restaurant at sea. Very lively, energetic dining experience in that traditional Korean barbecue way of dining. Pink Agave is our upscale Mexican restaurant. And this isn't tacos and burritos. You really take this immersive journey into Mexican cuisine. And we have this amazing selection, as you can see in the backdrop there, of tequila and mezcal that you can pair with each of those dishes. A really, really amazing journey for your palate. And then, of course, you got to have a great Italian restaurant. This is Extra Virgin. All the pastas made fresh daily here. Family size sharing plates here. So really, a really great place to come. And then I like to show Sip. This is actually our champagne lounge, beautifully designed, where you can kind of get that mimosa in the morning, that nice glass of champagne before or after dinner as well. Now, I'm sure your guests are going to ask, well, what about the drinks? We do not do that traditional drink package, but we have what's called Bar Tab. All of our drinks are priced a la carte, very reasonably priced. Bar Tab is a program we launch where you spend $300 and we will then throw in an extra $50 from Virgin Voyages for to use on board for drinks. And everyone in your cabin doesn't have to buy Bar Tab. One person can buy it, the other doesn't. You can buy drinks for everybody on board the ship or whoever you're traveling with. And it became a really popular program that we launched back in January of last year.
Yeah, I guess there's some of the things that people have raised that, if you buy packages, well,
right.
I don't really drink a lot, but, so maybe that Bar Tab is something. If you only have it one drink a day, and if you can use it for other people within your cabin,
correct.
It makes all sense to be able to do that, right?
It does, and it's been very, very popular because that was the biggest concern. Like I'm traveling with someone and they don't drink. Why do they have to buy a drink package? With Bar Tab, you actually buy it on the individual sailor level, and that extra $50 bonus, you can only get that if you buy Bar Tab before you get on board. So that's where you come into play, Derek, and making sure that your customers are buying Bar Tab before they come on board.
Okay.
Now, I talked about wellness, big part of the experience. We have so many great images about wellness and fitness. We have an amazing gym as well. I like showing the runway. If you've seen the ship, we've got this red halo at the top of the ship. And this is actually a dedicated running and walking track for those that really want to get that early morning or late afternoon run and jog in without having to feel like they're running in and out of deck chairs and other guests. This is really going to be an amazing place to get a good run in. We do have a casino. I do want to say that it's also a non-smoking casino, which has resonated very, very well with all of our guests so far that have booked with us. We have an amazing nightclub called The Manor. This is actually named after Richard Branson's first music studio. We'll have these great dinner theater shows in the early evening, and then it turns into this amazing nightclub. It's actually 2 stories. This is probably one of the best nightclubs you'll ever see, for sure, on any cruise ship, but I would even argue on land as well. And then, of course, we have the Red Room. The Red Room is our theater on board the ship. And what's beautiful about our theater is actually the first transformational theater at sea. We can change the style and the layout of our theater to accommodate very, very unique entertainment. As you can see here, we've actually put the seats on either side of the stage. And so it's kind of this alley runway type of design, and we can have this amazing entertainment experience, and you feel like you're right there on top of the experience. And so something very, very special that we can't wait to show our sailors here in the coming months. And that's all I have, Derek.
Well, thank you very much. I know
back to the screen.
It looks like an amazing experience. And again, being adult only, that gives a certain level of entertainment in itself.
Yes, it does.
People people put their hair down if they got it.
They got it.
But no, being able to go on and you go and you have your vacation, and if you
Exactly.
have kids, you leave them with the babysitter or with the grandparents, or it could be multi-generational as far as until it
Yeah.
gets to the door. And so, or if
Yeah.
you're we're all grown up and you want to go and take that
Bring
adult
your
vacation,
adult kids.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Well, what's really good too is right now until the end of June, all of our pricing is 10% off for all three of our ships. They're all on sale. That offer is going to expire at the end of June, so prices will go up starting July 1st. The bar tab that I mentioned before, where we always give you an extra $50, we actually have a promotion now where when you buy bar tab for $300, we give you an extra $100. Really great promotion, and that again is also expiring at the end of the month. So now is the best time to lock in a great price, because as you mentioned early, there's a lot of pent-up demand and prices are going to start moving upwards here in the coming months.
uh, I mean, you did mention about your ship being out of the UK,
Yes.
your first sailing, uh, and you are restricting it just to UK residents. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yeah, that's just part of the UK regulations at this time. UK customers only. They all have to be vaccinated as well. And yeah, August 6th is her first sailing out of Portsmouth, is where we are launching.
Okay. And I know you did put a transatlantic a voyage up there, but
Yep.
I didn't see how long. How long would the transatlantic voyage be?
Yeah, so for Valiant Lady, we have a 14 and a 15-night transatlantic, depending on which direction you're coming. And that's for Valiant Lady as she kind of goes back and forth between Miami and Barcelona. And for Resilient Lady, when she actually is done with Athens, we have an amazing 11-night sailing from Portugal to San Juan when we reposition her in November of 2022.
And is there any planning or consideration of moving your ships down under to the Australian area and sailing around Australia or in the Pacific?
Yeah. So, for ship four, we're starting that planning process now. And where does it make sense to put ship four? The great thing about our ships and all ships in general is we can move them around based on what makes sense and where the demand is and what people want to see. And yeah, ship four, we're not ready to talk about that yet. We're still in a planning phase, to be honest with you, of where ship four will be, but you never know.
Okay, great. And same with like South America, that area as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, I mean, that's the beauty. I mean, we've got these amazing ships. We can do a lot of different things with it, and we're excited. Scarlet Lady will be in Miami year round, and then our other three ships kind of have that winter summer schedule, which allows us to really position it to where it makes sense for customers.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, thank you again, John, for coming on today. And if anyone has any questions, please leave them in the comment section. And we will be able to reply to your questions over a period of time. So looks like a great opportunity for people to experience a brand new brand. And we invite you to just visit my webpage again and contact me for any information with regard to Virgin Voyages. And I have my good friend John that's on my speed dial now. So whatever, if I got a question, John I'll be looking for John with the answer. So,
Perfect.
but yeah, thank you very much, John. And
Thank you, Derek.
please enjoy the rest of your afternoon, and
Will do.
we'll talk again soon.
Cheers.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of episode 2 for season 2. I want to thank you for tuning in. Hope you learned a little bit about Virgin Voyages. I know I did. And please stay tuned for next week when we will have a representative from Malaysia Tourism. She was supposed to be on just prior to my first anniversary, but due to my Facebook account being hacked and other technology issues, we had to postpone. And so she will be joining us next week to talk about Malaysia as a destination. Have a great afternoon. Stay safe, everybody. Get that vaccination, and please continue to dream about travel.